Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are going to be looking at grunge bands. So I recently went to Seattle and saw the exhibit about Nirvana and Pearl Jam. I really like Pearl Jam a lot. They're probably my favorite of the grunge bands from the early 90s. I also really like Alice in Chains. Soundgarden is pretty good too. They're kind of on the same level of Nirvana as me, where I'm not necessarily a huge fan of those two, but I really like Alice in Chains and Pearl Jam. But I was interested in reading the history of the grunge bands and kind of understanding the music that led up to it. So I did some browsing on Wikipedia about what the origin of grunge bands are. We're going to be checking out one of the bands that they said is one of the pioneers of grunge, and it is called the U-Men. I know absolutely nothing about the U-Men other than the fact that they have a picture on Wikipedia of them performing in what looks to be almost looks like a cellar of some kind, like a factory or something like that. I don't really know what they're doing, but we'll check them out. So before we get into it, check out my channel if you want to see a wide variety of content. Most of my subscribers are reactors, but if you want to check out fantasy football stuff, I've got a video for every single team this offseason leading up to the draft starting next month. So if you want to, if you need help in fantasy football, if you just want to bounce some opinions off of or hear what I have to say, please check out my videos. And I also make song covers as well. I enjoy some different kind of songs. I mostly do 70s and 90s. And actually, I have a cover of Alice in Chains Nutshell. So if you like grunge music and you want to check that out, I've got that on my channel as well. So yeah, we'll get into the U-Men. So let me read a little bit about them before we go into their song. The U-Men was an American rock band formed in Seattle in 1980, and they were active until 1989. So essentially their career was a decade before Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, etc. They were the forerunner for the later grunge bands to come out of Seattle. Vocalist John Bigley, that's a terrible last name, included Tom Price, Charlie Ryan, and Robin Buchan. And it looks like they had a couple other musicians as well. So, I don't know what the U-Man is referring to, but they definitely look to be kind of they're like wearing clothes similar to what the Beatles are wearing in these pictures. So we'll check them out here. I don't know what is their most famous song. I'm guessing they don't have a most famous song because I've never heard of them, and I highly doubt anybody else that I know has heard of them, unless they're really hardcore into grunge. I do have some friends that are, so they might have heard of them. So yeah, we'll check out the U-Men. So the first song that popped up is called Dig It a Hole. So check this one out and see what it is about. Don't entirely know what to expect here, but we'll see what the original grunge sound was like.
Take it, baby, take it a hole. Take it, baby, take it, baby, take it a hole. Take it, baby, take it, baby, take it a hole. Take it, baby, take it, baby, take it a hole. Resting bullets on this when it's ready to go. Resting bullets on this when it's ready to go. Resting bullets on this when it's ready to go. Resting bullets on this when it's ready to go. Resting bullets on this when it's ready to go.
The musically, they do kind of sound a lot of grunge-like. The lyrical delivery is very different.
Looking for daylight.
This sounds a lot like Alice in Chains, like original stuff where they were called Alice in Chains, like Alice and Chains, where it's like, but I kind of get more of like an actual like rock sound with this. You can tell their like sound is distorted enough that it would be grunge based though. Well, I'm conflicted. I felt like the guitar riffs and the part where they went into that little like solo in the middle at the bridge. I thought that was pretty good. I was not really a fan of this guy's delivery when he was saying like dig it like a dig it like a dig it a hole. Like what does that even mean? I need to look up like the lyrics of the song to kind of understand what they're referring to, but like the rock sound was good, but the way he was delivering his vocals was a little weird to me. But I definitely can kind of see how this is like could have been influential at the time if this is the early '80s. The song is called "Dig It a Hole." Let's see if they have that like on. So Dig It a Hole looks like it came out in 1987, so this was a little later in their chronology. Let me just double check. That was when that little like album came out. Interesting song. Yeah, 1987. So I would say it was okay. It wasn't anything like great, but I mean, I could definitely see how that could be like the start of grunge type music. But interesting. They're also from Seattle, and I know Seattle apparently had a very big underground scene that led to the development of other types of styles of music as well. So yeah, we'll check out some more of this. Let me know what you think, and if there's other particular bands of note that are grunge that are not very well known that I should check out, because I really only know the 4 like main bands. I know a little bit of Stone Temple Pilots, but not enough to other than just like the main radio hits, not that much. So yeah, let me know what I should check out. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.